and welcome to Phillipsburg Soccer Complex for the first women's soccer game of the 2014 season on CUTV. My name is Jennifer Germano, and joining me shortly will be Matt Hagee. The California Vulcans tonight will be hosting the undefeated Crimson Hawks of IUP, who are coming into this matchup as conference leaders with 12 points. The Vulcans trail behind, coming in with a 2-1 record in the PSAC, tied with 6 other teams with 6 points. Tonight, the weather is looking very favorable for a good soccer game. Partly cloudy, nice breeze. It's going to be a good game. And as the teams are getting ready to take their places on the field and get ready for kickoff, we will soon find out if IUP can stay undefeated or if Cal will continue to rebound from an upsetting loss to Slippery Rock from just a few matches ago. And we're off. Vulcan's getting things started off pretty quickly as they try and make their way down the field towards the goal. And welcome to Matt Hagee, who just came back from class. It's crazy on Tuesdays, isn't it?
Yeah, it was 5 minutes. McGugan left us out 5 minutes late, and went all the way from Morgan Hall up to the soccer stadium here on the hill. Bit of out of breath, if you can tell.
Vulcan's now having to play defense. Quickly
You see goaltender Megan Jays right there. She's a sophomore. Last season, John, we saw her play get split time with Ashley Magruder. Magruder dealt with some injuries, but now with Magruder graduated, Jays took over the starting role for the Vulcans.
Absolutely she has, and we'll see how she does in this game. She's been doing pretty well so far this year.
See Devin Getz for the Vulcans drive up the field here and lay it off to number 28. That is Kaylee Tunistra, and we'll go out of bounds, and IUP will start over. One of the key players to look for IUP is Brittany Kuhn. She's a senior midfielder from Middleburg, PA. She is the reigning PSAC Player of the Week for women's soccer, and because she had 3 goals in the past weekend. So the Vulcans take the ball back and set up by Chelsea Crockett. Crockett was surrounded. A good play there by number 17, Alana James for the Crimson Hawks, but gets it back to number 31. That is Daniel Kearns. A lot of time being spent in the Crimson Hawks, and that is exactly what the Vulcans wanted. You know, Tuesday night and having my communications research class, and just got here just a couple minutes ago, but just to see this, per se, the Cole Bowl taken to the soccer pitch between these two great teams, IUP undefeated, and the Vulcans coming off a tough loss to Slippery Rock. Vulcan's looking to make a big statement. IUP has not won on Cal turf in a while, as we see a rush, 2-on-1 rush by IUP, and saved by the goaltender, Megan Jays.
Very nice save by Jays. Definitely what Cal needs right now. They need to get the ball back down the field on the IUP's standing.
We see the Vulcans counter back. That is Marissa Neifert, the junior. See a lot of time from her last season, becoming one of the leaders on defense. Vulcan's just trying to counter a play here against the Crimson Hawks. This Tuesday night matchup, it's interesting to see these matchups take place during the weekday. It makes it hard for people and to see a kick out there. And the Vulcans will start deep in the IUP zone. That is number 12, Karen Novotny, and number 3, Riley Bartow, jostling around for the ball. See Taylor's, that is still Novotny. This is it back, and it'll be a throw-in for the Crimson Hawks. And Cal will get a rush here, but will go out of bounds, and now IUP will start over with their goaltender. You know, Jen, these teams, this is the part of the game where you just want to feel each other out, not to give up an early goal, fall behind, and try to work back all game. And now it's these both teams. Defense is the game.
Definitely, and you do not, in the game of soccer, you do not want to get back early in the game. Sometimes it can be difficult to come back from it. Other times it can be easy. Up against IUP right now, I would say it would not be that easy.
Now, Vulcans will get a free kick here. Looks like that is number 31, Daniel Kearns.
Which one is it?
Lining up. Give it to Hogan. Hogan hits it right into the IUP defender. And Marissa Neifert will pass it back to Hogan. Hogan, the Vulcans' all-time assist leader, takes it into the corner and stolen away. A nice play there by Crimson Hawks defender, number 0, Ashley Shokoff. Corralled back to number 10, Taylor Skersey, and out of bounds. Throw in by Erin Hogan. She will pass it off into the corner to Kaylee Tunistra. Cross court.
Assist.
And it will be a save there for the IUP goaltender, and the Crimson Hawks will start over. Good pressure there by the Vulcans.
Very good pressure as they keep it up in the box in IUP's zone. That is definitely what we want to see and what they need to be doing early on in this game.
Taylor Skersey kicks the ball out of bounds there, and it'll be a throw-in for the Crimson Hawks. Number 9, Kelly Jacobson, junior from Frederick, Maryland. And a jostle for the ball there, find to the leg of number 2, Marissa Neifert. And the Vulcans will look to get something to work with downfield. Battle for midfield here is taken by the Vulcans. Driving over, that's Chelsea Crockett. Crockett trying to corral the ball. And will get it off to Tunistra. And back to Neifert. Long pass down the left side into the corner looking for Devin Getz. And Getz does a nice job of keeping the ball inbound. She kept it out of bounds. Kick back to the ref, thinking she got it with a nice play there, but the IUP will restart over. Number 7, Kate Nummer. She's from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. That's in my neck of the woods. IUP starting a rush, but countered by the Vulcans, and will be kicked out of bounds there by number 24, Megan Politsky.
And early in these rushes, it's good to put pressure on the other team. For the Vulcans, this is something, it's a good thing for them. They can show their defense off and prove that IUP cannot get to their goal, especially so early in the game.
Brittany Coons, the reigning PSAC player of the week mentioned before, she's looking to inbound here.
36-20.
At 36-27 left here in the first half. First of two halves for these teams. Ball fielded. Oh, a nice save, Megan Jays. That could have been really dangerous.
Very nice save by Megan Jays. Number 4 for IUP, Victoria Crawford, could have easily, if the ball had slipped out of Jays' hands, easily had a goal.
Probably the best rush for the Crimson Hawks so far, as you can see more touches from these Crimson Hawks here on the road. Pressured there by Marissa Neifert. A nice job of getting the ball away there by Kate Nomer. Headed by number 4 Nicole Mayers for Cal, and Cal will start over. Looks like there might have been some contact there when Myers went up for the ball. Now the Vulcans will start. Here the ball will be passed over the head of Novotny. And Novotny trying to get it back. Tripped up by the IUP defender. That's number 3, Riley Bartu. Looks like the Vulcans will get called there, and the IUP will get a chance to make a rush. Long pass inside, nicely defended there by the Vulcans. He's right back. Neifert and Kate Neumer. It's back to Riley Bartu, and nice play there by Myers to get the ball back to midfield and stop the IUP rush. Ball will go out of bounds there and be a throw-in for the Vulcans. Brought back by Chelsea Crockett, and passes the ball downfield. Looking to find Tunistra. Just keeps it in bounds. Looks for, and looks like they will call her out of bounds there. Another close play. A lot of close plays are on the line so far. Notice the Vulcan speed there. They're taking it around with those close plays to outgun IUP around the corner and try to set up for a kick inside, try for a possible goal. Pressure around midfield. That is Bartu again for the Crimson Hawks, handing it off to Coons. And the ball will go out of bounds there. Throw in for IUP. Bartu will handle it. As the Crimson Hawks try for rush, but a nice play there. Nicely done there by Daniel Kearns. Pass around to Skersey and over to Novotny, and they'll take it, and the Vulcans will start a rush back. Long pass down to Erin Hogan. If Hogan can get a piece on this, she'll get a nice chance here. Hogan from the corner. And a nice play there by number 19 for IUP. And a goal! A goal for the Vulcans! It looked like IUP was going to try to defend that and got it out, but the Vulcans got it in. Looks like that was number 8, Chelsea Crockett.
And Chelsea Crockett, I do remember last year when we were filming for the game, also had a very good record. She is a senior this year and one of Cal's best players, in my opinion.
Starts right here. You know, Hogan, that's the reason why she's one of the assists there. Nice play there by the IUP defender. And the ball, so Jared, nice assist over Chelsea Crockett, and the IUP goaltender had no chance with Crockett wide open like that.
And I believe that was an assist by Novotny, if I'm correct.
Called Novotny's name a lot so far. So with 33-13 left here in the first half, the Vulcans get that much-needed first goal to take an early lead over the Crimson Hawks.
And that first goal is going to be crucial throughout the game, Matt. It's definitely going to set the tone, and
goal by number 8,
we will find out if that's going to be able to scare off IUP, and if Cal can hold on to it and hold the lead or not.
Crockett starts the other way. Looking around two IUP defenders, Kate Neumer corrals it, and it'll be a throw-in by number 17, Alana James. And now competition at header, and looks like IUP will start in the Vulcan zone. Alana James will tee it up again for the Crimson Hawks. And a good play, nice rush, but it'll be easily Easy play there for Megan Jays. And she'll fire it over to Erin Hogan. Hogan takes it up the right side. Gets it around number 9, Kelly Jacobson, into the corner, but will be corralled for Janella Hughes, the freshman. And Hogan takes it right back. Hogan, a senior as well. Probably the most valuable player of the Vulcans last season. And being here for all 4 of her seasons, she's a senior like myself, it's been fun to watch her grow as a player.
Definitely, Hogan is one of those players that she's very interesting to watch. She's an asset to this team, and if she gets a hold of the ball, she can go far with it.
Probably one of the best two-way players for the Vulcans, as Alana James will try to get a rush there for the Crimson Hawks, but gets fired right back into the Vulcan zone. Corralled by Myers, and back to Coons for IUP. Coons sets it up for the Crimson Hawks. She's got Victoria Crawford down with her. Let's see what Coons does. She's dangerous. She gets open, looking for Crawford. Oh, just over the net. They had the rush, but went over the net, and we stay scoreless.
That was a good rush by IUP, but luckily for the Vulcans, it went just over the top.
And we saw Brittany Coons there, the senior leader for the Crimson Hawks, set it up there. Victoria Crawford looked like Crawford is just one of those things where you're just right in front of the net and you're thinking, oh, the ball's right in front of me, get a little excited, and fired it over the net. So Jays will tee it up for the Vulcans. It'll go off the head of Riley Bartu for the Crimson Hawks.
And I know that would definitely happen to me too whenever I would play or any of my teammates. If we were already down by 1 and we got excited because we were close, we just didn't get it in for whatever reason. We either leaned back too far, so the ball would go over, we would hit a pole, it would go off on the side, any number of different things. There's so much pressure when you get down to that point.
And the Crimson Hawks obviously trying to fight back after giving up an early goal, but they have the right idea. It's getting close. The Vulcans bring it up around 2 IUP defenders, and it'll be quickly gutted out by the Crimson Hawks, and it'll be out pass to Riley Bartuna. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in by Taylor Skersey.
Were you talking to us? Oh, okay.
Looks like that will be Novotny, pressured by Bartu. Battle, and it looks like Vulcans will get another throw in, but good defense there by Kate Newmer. Excuse me, not Bartu. Hogan and IUP not letting the Vulcans try to get into the open field there, and the Crimson Hawks have forced to get it. Ooh. Ball off in Novotny's head there. And now IUP will start back. This is Riley Bartu, and quickly out by Daniel Kearns. Myers kicks it out. It looks like we'll have a throw in for the Vulcans. Tight play around the perimeter there, and the Vulcans will start back. And the ball will be over the head of the 2 Vulcan midfielders right there. And now a counter strike by the Crimson Hawks. Let's see if IUP can get around, but Megan Jay's well aware of the possible IUP rush and quickly sniffs that one out.
Well done by Jays.
The dependency they used on Jays her freshman season last year really has to give her confidence going forward. And in fact, she's only a sophomore, and in fact that she can prove even more. You saw, and she had a lot to fill in for what Ashley Magruder meant to this team the past couple seasons. Ball will be snuffed out there, and Vulcans will get another throw in. Throw in by Skersey. IUP again playing that perimeter well. Throwing right to the IUP defender there. Crockett gets around, and IUP will start the other way. Corralled by goaltender Jessica Prince, sophomore from Fairfax, Virginia. I actually have family in Vienna right next to Fairfax. Fun fact. Daniel Kearns tries to snuff out IUP there, and a nice play there by Devin Getz. Devin Getz is only a freshman who's seen more of this young Vulcans team, relying on a lot of underclassmen. Sets them up for a good future. See more of Getz fires the ball back in to number 28, Kaylee Tunistra. Tunistra tries to get around, gives it to Novotny, and the ball will go out of bounds. Be a throw-in for the Vulcans by Getz. Looking for Chelsea Crockett. Crockett tries to get around the IUP defender, but it's snuffed out by number 18, Cassidy Ladon.
IUP is definitely holding them to the sides because they know if they can get them one-on-one, they can try and get the ball at least.
Crockett with a nice attempt there, trying to find Novotny, but the Vulcans nearly had a second goal. And now this ball back in the IUP territory. Vulcans sniff that out before IUP can get anything set. Now, Victoria Crawford. Ball gets stolen out by the Vulcans, and looks like we will be going out of bounds. Lana James will throw it in for Crimson Hawks, quickly snuffed out there by Nicole Myers. And IUP will get the ball back. Find it to 35, Janella Hughes, also a freshman for the Crimson Hawks.
Crimson Hawks have started a couple of their freshmen, proving to do very well for them.
Nice play there by Skersey to break up that possible IUP rush there. And Skersey will throw it in from the corner. She's also one of those senior leaders, probably one of the best pure defenders the Vulcans have on the team. Ball be thrown in there, quickly bounced out off the head of the IUP defender, and Skersey will get another shot here. So it's Kirsten Zerby. That ball looks like right off of Chelsea Crockett's face. And for a third time here, Skersey will throw it, and again, it goes out there. That's off the head of Taylor Vladik. See, looks like we have two substitutions coming in for the Vulcans. They will send out Devin Getz and also Kaylee Tunistra, the two freshmen. Looks like we're going to see Haley Henderson and number 11, Janelle McCann,
It's running.
two upperclassmen for the Vulcans. And Haley Henderson, who led the team in goals last season. P goes past the fielder, Alana James. And now she has to deal with Haley Henderson, gets around Henderson, but not Novotny. And Nicole Myers will take it up and go out of bounds. Henderson will give it off to Myers here. So you begin to start play. Under 24 minutes left here at Phillipsburg Soccer Facility on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday night. Vulcans leading 1-0 on an early goal by Chelsea Crockett. Both teams sharing opportunities since the Crockett goal early on. Ball will be off the head of Kate Newmer. And IUP tries to get out of the Vulcan zone here. It's past Neifert, but back to Kearns. Passes it off to Politsky. Back to Myers. Now Haley Henderson. Haley Henderson, one of the Canadians on the team. The Vulcans using an international flair. Also, Nicole Myers is also from Pinckneying, Ontario. Haley Henderson's from Pinckneying, Ontario. It looks like I'm looking down the roster here. We see another one's Rianne Grant from Scarborough, Ontario. Now, IUP tries a chance here and goes easy play for Megan Jays. Jay's looking for a spot, kick it to midfield, and
Vulcans now with the rush.
ball there.
Janelle McCann.
Good, also good ball there by Haley Henderson to get it to McCann, but IUP quickly stopped it out there. But that's one of the best rushes we've seen from the Vulcans so far since that goal.
Those are always my favorite when I was playing, because you always seem to get that empty running space, and then all of a sudden there will be a defender.
Hogan fires it in, and after a quick scrum, looks like IUP will sniff that out. Decent ball there by Hogan. Now they'll try start again. Here's Hogan. Passing inside, looks like she might have clipped the line there, and IUP will get a throw in. Hogan from this part of the state, from Beaver, Pennsylvania. And looks like pass in there, falling down was Kate Newmer for the Crimson Hawks. And looks like we'll see Kelly Jacobson started off for the Crimson Hawks here. Okay, now 21-13 left here in the first half.
We've seen a couple of fouls made on both ends, but particularly by California. That's going to harm them in the game if it continues to build up.
Get more chances for IUP later in the game. They get a possible chance to tie it up off an easier shot as the Vulcans try to counter off of Haley Henderson, Crockett's head. And back to Skersey. Fight around midfield there. See Hogan. And bar 2 for the Crimson Hawks gets it to Vladek. Back to bar 2. Over to Alana James. Vulcan's not trying to lay. Looks like slipping there was Vulcan defender. Looked like it was Neifert, and IUP tries to counter. Nice play there by Nicole Myers. Toss in there by Jacobson, hit out by Skersey, and nice play there by Janelle McCann. See, Janelle McCann really providing nice energy off the bench for the Vulcans.
Very good footwork as well. Footwork in soccer is key, especially when you have a defender right on you. That's one of the best ways that you can get around them and still keep control of the ball.
Henderson tried to look for McCann there, but it went over her foot, and it was corralled by the IUP goaltender and fired back out. As the Crimson Hawks try to counter here. Number 4, Victoria Crawford. About Haley Henderson, her sister Julie Henderson plays on the Vulcans volleyball team. A lot of family blood here. Both like to help support each other through both sports, and Julie Henderson saw a lot of her get a lot of time serving for the Vulcans, and we'll see her in 2 weeks with the volleyball game. But here we have a spill there. I believe it was a call. Haley Henderson fell, and a yellow card on Alana James. So Crimson Hawks definitely have to watch for the rest of the game now.
As more fouls pick up, more yellow cards might be thrown as well. Things will start to get more physical, and that will have to be something that both IUP and Cal watch.
1920.
That can hurt you for sure.
And one of the things in soccer, once a player gets a red card, they are done, and you cannot substitute them. You play down a player the rest of the game. Long toss in there, out by Haley Henderson, trying to get inside to Novotny. Novotny kicks it back, and there, nice there by Victoria Crawford. Got it around Skersey. Looks like Neifert gets it there and kicks it back over to Kearns as the Vulcans try to work out of the IUP's their own zone. Botany gets it past the IUP defender off to Aaron Hogan. Trying to set it up into the corner. Hogan. Good ball. Oh, just out of the reach of the goaltender, Jessica Prince. Hogan almost curved the ball into the net.
Very good try by Aaron Hogan. Those shots from the corner are extremely difficult. There's very small amount of space that could go into, and that was very well done on her part.
Prince will fire it out. And the ball was knocked down by the Vulcan defender. We see Jacobson and Hogan battle out, and Hogan will take it out of bounds, and we'll get a throw in here. Looking for Crockett. Has Jacobson and Hughes on her. Back out to Neifert. Inside to McCann. McCann gets around one-on-one. Nice play there by Prince. Back to Crockett. Crockett off the post with the shot. Good pressure here by the Vulcans. but IUP survives and sets it out.
Very good pressure. Multiple attempts on goal by the Vulcans. That's exactly what we need to see from them. Energy and going for it.
And McCann with a nice pass to Crockett. Crockett just went off the post. Almost had her second goal. So we see Hogan again inside. A nice play there by Jessica Prince, standing tall for the Crimson Hawks. IUP will look to counter. Get some good chances here. Got 17-13 left on the clock here in the first half. Novotny will take it back for the Vulcans. Hit off to Crockett, and Crockett just moves the ball down the field and be corralled by the goaltender Prince. Mentioned before, IUP started off their season by crushing Lockhaven 6-0 and also defeating Pitt Johnstown as well. Haven't really been fully tested yet, and the Vulcans coming off that heartbreaking loss at home to Slippery Rock, a team that they've, well, had a rock's been a thorn in the side for the Vulcans these past 2 seasons, as Megan Jays will corral the ball there. The Rock last season defeating the Vulcans in the regular season and didn't have to face them. They were upset by Gannon in the PSAC playoffs, which allowed the Vulcans to win the PSAC playoffs. But as the two teams met in the regional round, the Rock defeated the Vulcans 3-1. That was a play for Megan Jays in that game, but now we see number 8, Kirsten Zerby for IUP going off there. Cannot see who will have a substitution here. Might be an injury. And we have a Jays just waiting around here. 15:50 left. Looks like having.
It looks like the refs are discussing with the coaches from afar on the side. We'll be back to play.
See left leg being tended to there by Zerby, but Jays will tee it off and kick it to Novotny. Novotny takes around looking to set something up, and quickly stolen by the IUP defender and Daniel Kearns. Kick it to midfield. Lana James trying to get something started here, but nicely defended by Haley Henderson. So like we see Nicole Myers hand it off to Crockett. Crockett inside, trying to get a long pass here to Novotny in the corner, trying to get around, but she cannot get around the IUP defender, and IUP will get a throw in. Good play there by Cassidy Ladon. Haley Henderson kicks the ball out of bounds. Looks like Alana James will do a throw in for IUP. So we wear down here the final 15 minutes of the first half. Pretty even game so far. Both teams have chances. Maybe so Vulcans had one extra, but IUP standing tall and keeping themselves in the game.
Definitely. IUP has been proving their defense no matter how many times the Vulcans are down in their zone and rushing for the goal. And their offense as well. Every single chance that they get, anytime there is a foul or they have a throw-in, they're taking that opportunity and trying to make the most of it.
And IUP, I mean, it's considerably better than the last time these two teams faced here 1 year ago at Phillipsburg Soccer Facility with the Vulcans coming out on top 4-1. And looks like call on Megan Politsky there. And number 23, Taylor Vladik, will tee it up for the Crimson Hawks downfield. Nice play there by Nicole Myers. Riley Bartu trying to crawl the ball. Gives it back to Alana James. And another nice play there by Myers, sliding down with a good tackle. Good, clean tackle. Vladik tripped up there by Neifert. Oh, Neifert almost having her head taken off there by the ball.
All part of the game.
You know, these girls, they work in the summer. Comes a time where soccer ball goes off their head. Shake it off. No worries.
It's just about normal when you get to that point.
Now the Vulcans try a counter strike here. Here's Chelsea Crockett trying to find McCann. And McCann trying to work it around Ladon and out of bounds. Seeing Ladon, one of those talented freshmen for the Crimson Hawks. She's playing very well so far.
IUP defense is holding the Vulcans very tightly to the line. That's something they should try to get away from, even though they have the speed to match it. If they get backed up into a corner like that, it's going to be very difficult to not find the line.
And McCann, we see a lot of her with a lot of that speed. She's been really showing off here. Is Aaron Hogan from the corner. Good ball. It's a goal. I believe that was Crockett again. She's got 2. Good setup there by Aaron Hogan, and the Vulcans' all-time assist leader gets another assist. Chelsea Crockett, her 2nd goal of the afternoon.
And I believe that will be Aaron Hogan's 3rd assist. She is the leader for Cal in assists as well, with 2 coming into this game.
Hogan strikes terror in the opposing teams from when she gets to that corner, because she sets the ball up perfectly for her teammates right in front of the net, and there's too much. It looks like Prince did not get a hand on the ball there, but nonetheless, Cal U up 2-0 from 2 goals from Chelsea Crockett with 12:50 remaining. Looks like IUP will be having a substitution in.
Number 8, Chelsea Crockett, their 3rd on the season.
It's just announced Chelsea Crockett. That's her 3rd goal of the season so far. So I believe that is around the team leaders. Actually, as now she is tied with Haley Henderson with 3. The thing with those two, it's good to have Henderson and Crockett leading the team with 3 goals each, but they're both seniors. So the Vulcans will look to see if they can find replacements to these 2 talented young ladies.
They are both leaders not only in goals but also for the team as well. Seniors, they are an asset. Both of them are assets to this team. Very crucial to teaching all of the young people on the team as well how to do it.
IUP tries a counter strike here. Daniel Kearns in the corner being worked on there by number 10, McKenna Miller for the Crimson Hawks. It looks like the Vulcans will get a throw in here.
And there was a foul on IUP, so it will be another free kick.
Looks like that'll be Politsky taking the kick for the Vulcans. Just under 12 minutes left here in the first half. 2-0 Vulcans. Just go over the head of Crockett. IUP trying to get something together, trying to get one last strike, get any momentum they can going into the locker rooms. And nice play there by Janella Hughes. Talked about the Crimson Hawks freshmen earlier. I just see Hughes, freshman, Bartu, freshman, Crawford, freshman, Ladon, freshman.
Very rare to see.
And if they're playing well like this, it's going to be scary to see what they can do when they're upperclassmen.
Oh, absolutely. They are currently ranked 16th in the NSCAA. If they can do that right now when many of their starters are freshmen, what are they going to be able to do in the future?
Kind of like it's watching the Vulcans my freshman year in 2011. You see Henderson, Crockett, and all other players like that. Taylor Russo is another one. She just graduated. She was a sophomore back then. All starters, and the Vulcans won the PSAC championship my freshman year, and were ranked 3rd my sophomore year. So you just see those young players now develop. The Vulcans nationally ranked every year. Going through a couple of coaching changes. This ball will be hit out there. Looks like it'll be a throw-in for the Vulcans by Nicole Myers.
And as you were saying about a few coaching changes, this year actually is Glenn Francis's first year as head coach. Last year he was the assistant coach for the Vulcans.
Under Gene Smith, who provided 2 good seasons for the Vulcans. It'd be tough to replace a coach like Smith, but Francis has done a nice job. Here's a rush. Crockett inside, but snuffed out well by the IUP defender. And another ball goes flying over the net there. So Vulcan still pressuring and hammering the goaltender Prince.
And as a goalie, it can always get to you when, regardless of if the ball goes into the goal or not, when there's a rush to the goal and it goes over the head or hits on the bar, there's always a little bit of fear instilled in you about what would happen if I had let that slip. what would happen if that was a few inches this way or a few inches down.
Kelly Jacobson caught in the corner there. Looks like defended there by Chelsea Crockett. Knocks over the corner flag there. And the Crimson Hawks will start over there. And they will wait until the flag's adjusted in the corner. Prince will tee it up for the Crimson Hawks. Out to midfield and over the heads. Looks like Nicole Myers got a piece of that one. Crimson Hawks trying to work around. Looks like number 20 there, Kira Carberry. She is a freshman for the Vulcan, seeing her first action of the game. Nicole Myers will kick the ball. High kick. Hogan looking for a nice play there over Kate Newmer. And Neifert will take it. Try to keep it in bounds. She does, but it'll be corralled by IUP defender Kristen Baumgartner. Baumgartner from Phoenixville High School, which is my grandfather's alma mater. It's cool watching. It's cool seeing these two teams, these two Western PA schools, and seeing that influence from the other parts of the state, and you see different other states from there. But Eastern PA has a very strong soccer programs. Phoenixville defending Pac-10 champions.
It's always interesting to see where each of the members of the team come from and see how that has influenced maybe the way they play or with the level of passion that they play.
Hogan gets the ball all alone in the corner, but just out of the reach. Got the crowd excited. You could hear all the O's go in the crowd when Hogan was getting to the corner by herself.
If she can get open in that corner by herself, she can definitely be lethal.
Prince will tee it up for Crimson Hawks. 7:35 remaining. She'll just try a low kick there, corralled by number 20, Alyssa Dombrowski. No relation to Josh Dombrowski on the Cal basketball team. Ball taken into the corner by number 10, McKenna Miller, trying to get something going, but well defended there by the Vulcans.
Vulcan defense has done very well in this first half so far to stand up to IUP and make sure that their rushes don't get anywhere.
It's a team that always strives on defense. They've just allowed 4 goals in 4 games this season. But IUP's defense has posted 2 shutouts so far. The matchup of defense and the Vulcans. You mentioned earlier about IUP not being tested, and they're getting a big test right now as the Vulcans lead 2-0, 6:36 remaining. Here's Hogan again, trying to get into the corner. Gets around the IUP defender. Hogan inside. Oh, just out of the reach of the goaltender Prince. No one was there for the Vulcans to possibly try to get the ball past Prince because Prince was out of the net. Looks like Nicole Myers will get called for the foul there. IUP will get an opportunity here, trying to strike on the goaltender, Jays.
The Vulcans would have to definitely rush back quickly.
Jays caught out of the net, but the ball will be deflected away. So IUP trying to get a last-ditch effort here. 5:38 remaining here in the first half. And IUP will get a throw in here. That is number 24, Baumgartner. And nice play there, Aaron Hogan.
Good stop by Erin Hogan, and we keep calling her name regardless of offense, defense. She's top-notch for this team in this game right now.
One of the best players ever to play in Vulcan's colors for the women's soccer program. IUP tries a strike here. That was number 25, Dombrowski. Stolen away there by Kearns. Corralled by Zerby. And looks like Crockett will get a call here.
IUP quickly trying to make something of this rush.
He's still going.
Vladik tees it up. Good ball, but Jays using that big frame. She is 5'10". One of the taller goaltenders you can see in the women's soccer field. She gives the ball back to Hogan.
And that definitely gives her an edge up on everyone else on the field. The taller you are, especially as a goalkeeper, the better it is.
Considering the other two Vulcans goaltenders are both 5'3", definitely like what they see out of Jays with her size and height. Crockett hands it back to Carberry. Back to Hogan. Hogan tries to take it. Pushes it inside to Can off the Neifert, and she tees it, and it goes off the fence behind the net here. We have 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. And it looks like Crockett takes it up here and be fired out by Baumgartner. And McCann trying to get around there. Crimson Hawks being trapped in their own zone. Trying to get some going. Here's McCann with the steal. McCann inside off the defender. And Hogan fires it over the net. The Vulcans had seemed to turn their game to just preventing IUP from scoring and taking this 2-0 lead into the locker rooms.
And a couple of good attempts on goal by the Vulcans, just going over the crossbar. If they can start leaning over the ball a little bit more, that'll help bring the ball down into the goal instead of over the crossbar.
Big fight here near the left corner, and IUP will get a throw in there. We saw Crockett and Myers down there for the Vulcans. And Myers trying to work around number 16, Lexi Palunikani. And now Haley Henderson working around Palunikani. And Kearns down there, and Myers, and the ball got about the IUP will get a throw in there. Looks like that'll be number 25, Dombrowski, taking it up, trying to find Newmer, but Vulcan's well read there by Neifert. Neifert playing a nice game defensively here to McCann. McCann with that speed, trying to get around the IUP defender, Jacobson, but the ball get out of bounds. Nice job there by Jacobson to stand tall with the speed of McCann. The Vulcans will get a corner kick here by Aaron Hogan. Last time we had a corner kick, it ended up in a goal for Chelsea Crockett.
That's the way you typically like to see corner kicks end up. Many of the plays are set up specifically to get a goal or at least a rush on goal from those corner kicks because that is prime opportunity.
Hogan fired a low pass that time to Crockett, fired it over the net. And IUP looks like we'll have one last shot here at a rush. 1:17 remaining here in the first half. The Vulcans lead 2-0 on 2 goals by Chelsea Crockett. Aaron Hogan sizes up the defender Newmer. Newmer comes in and gets it over to her teammate Vladik and stolen away by Nicole Myers.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
1 minute remaining here in the first half. Haley Henderson fires it downfield into the IUP zone. Looks like we go all the way to the goaltender Prince. She'll try to get as much field position as she can for her teammates to try to set up one last rush here. And it'll be fired off there by the Vulcans trying to play keep away. Here's Crockett. Gives it off to McCann. A good ball there by Crockett. McCann working around here using that speed of hers.
Energy still up for the Vulcans, but for IUP, as we're coming close to the end of this first half, they're starting to slow down a bit. If they're getting tired, that could be a key to help the Vulcans hold on to this 2-0 lead.
IUP taking a lot of time here.
7, 6.
Looks like the call. Looks like that will pretty much thwart any last chance here for the Hawks to start something here, and the Vulcans will take this 2-0 lead into the locker rooms against the number 16 ranked IUP Crimson Hawks. Good first half for the Vulcans. And we will send it to halftime here at Phillipsburg Soccer Facility. The Vulcans leading the Crimson Hawks 2-0 here on CUTV Sports. Stay tuned for the second half.
Don't miss a second of the exciting 2014 California University Vulcans football season. Whether home or away, CUTV is your home for Vulcans football. Watch every step of the way as Coach Keller and the Vulcans strive for a PSAC title and NCAA playoff berth. Your home for Vulcan football, CUTV.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
Tune in to Vulcan Football 2014 for the inside scoop on this year's Vulcan football team. Featuring highlights, scores, analysis, and a preview of the upcoming opponent, Vulcan Football 2014 gets you inside the huddle. Vulcan Football 2014, only on your home for Vulcan Football, CUTV.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV News Center provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Welcome back to Phillipsburg Soccer Facility here for the second half between the Crimson Hawks and the California Vulcans. Vulcans holding a 2-0 edge over the 16th ranked Vulcans. We see here Megan Jays pitching a shutout so far. And here is goal number 1 for the Vulcans. Hogan sets it up, fired it off there. It seemed, that was IUP goaltender getting a nice play there. We've seen, even though it's 2-0, but both goaltenders have played very well so far. And here's probably the best chance IUP's had so far today. Jays making a save there on Crawford, and Hogan getting it from the corner here. This I believe is the goal. Yes, it is. It gets ball right over from Novotny to Chelsea Crockett. That is one of her 2 goals. Crockett has really been a thorn in the side for the Crimson Hawks so far. There's another nice save by the goaltender Jessica Prince. Chelsea Crockett, star of the show right here off the crossbar. It's a scary thing is Chelsea Crockett could easily have 3-4 goals in this game, but this one went in. This is where we stand right now, 2-0. But it's been the play of Erin Hogan getting around, making it happen for the Vulcans, and she just missed wide there. But she's had a lot of opportunities for the Crimson Hawks as we get back in the second half. My name is Matthew Hagee. Alongside of me is Jennifer Germano. Jen, good first half. But what are the keys to the second half and seeing how the Vulcans can hold on or if IUP can make a comeback?
Okay, definitely for the Vulcans, they need to come in with a mindset that this game is not over. There is still a whole nother 45 minutes left in the game. Even though they have a 2-0 lead, that doesn't mean that they've won the game yet. They've been playing extremely well, but they cannot get cocky. Some teams are second half teams and come back playing better than ever, and if you get cocky, when you look up the next time, they're going to be leading and they will win, and you cannot let that happen. They have to be aware of everything and keep up with the same energy that they had going into halftime.
And for the Crimson Hawks, Aliana James is the only player with a yellow card on the field. That'll be something to watch for in the second half here. Another 45-minute half here. IUP, I mentioned earlier, unbeaten at 4-0. The Vulcans' record stands at 2-1-1. A heartbreaking loss to Slippery Rock last week, and then they tied with Davis and Elkins. Vulcan started the season ranked 6th in the soccer polls, but fell out after the tie and loss. And the funny thing is, those pollsters, they really, I mean, losses aren't good, but they really take offense to ties. And it really kicked the Vulcans down. And IUP, with these young core of players they have, you know, they're going to be set up for the future here as the Vulcans will start. And we are underway here in the second half from the Phillipsburg soccer facility. Taylor Skersey takes it up and tries to get a rush going for the Vulcans, trying to find McCann, but quickly snuffed out by the Crimson Hawks. And that is Aaron Hogan trying to work around, kicks the ball out of bounds, and IUP will get a throw in from Kristen Bumgartner. And I mentioned earlier, Bumgartner from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, but she went to Springford High School, which is the next town over with the address of Phoenixville. Nonetheless, the Crimson Hawks will start up here. Number 9, Kelly Jacobson, getting pressured by 3 Vulcan defenders. Looked like that was Henderson, McCann, and Carberry around them.
Always a dangerous thing for the defenders when they get pressured by 3, because then you're surrounded on all sides. You have nowhere to go except for the line, and you don't want to go to the line either because you give up the ball then too. No options.
Carberry kicks it off there and met by the Crimson Hawk forwards, and the ball is sent off the foot of Daniel Kearns back into the Crimson Hawk zone. There's Janelle McCann. We saw McCann come off the bench at the same time with Haley Henderson in the first half here, and she's made a big impact so far for the Vulcans. Ball kicked out by the IUP defender there. Midfield, Nicole Myers works around and hands it back to Haley Henderson. Henderson now tied for most goals on the team with 3 with Chelsea Crockett after Crockett's 2 goals. But nothing surprising there that Haley Henderson's either leading or tied for the Vulcans' lead. She had the most goals on the season for the Vulcans last season. Here's Neifert. Hit it off to Hogan. Far right corner. Hogan trying to set it up. Fires it inside, and a nice play there. It gets back to Carberry. Here's Crockett. Crockett working around the IUP defenders, looking for a hat trick. But the ball gets taken away there by Alyssa Dombrowski. Good defense on Chelsea Crockett that time.
Good coming in for the Vulcans as well with all of that energy. That's the energy I was talking about coming in. You need to have that right away. It's almost like the very beginning of the game. When you come into the second half, you really have to set the tone back up and say, we're not going to just slack off because we're winning.
And he knew the IUP would come out with a big rush, down 2 goals. So a sense of urgency. So we see Hogan tee it up from the corner, gets it back, and nicely done there by IUP, trying to get it out, and they do. And it'll be corralled back. A shot in front with Prince, the goaltender for the Crimson Hawks, will save it right in front of Janelle McCann. Prince tees it up to midfield, and it goes off the head there of Lexi Palicani. Ball will go all the way down the corner, and the ball will be found back to Nicole Myers, kicking the ball around with Jays, trying to get something started here for the Vulcans. Early minutes here in the second half here at the Phillipsburg soccer facility. Janelle McCann works it back on Janella Hughes for the Crimson Hawks. Hughes, one of the many starting freshmen we mentioned earlier for the Crimson Hawks. Looks like Haley Henderson will get a throw in here.
Good job by McCann to make sure that that ball did not go off on her, but did go out so they could get better field position.
Here's Crockett inside, and it's off the head there of Dombrowski. And now nice play there by Nicole Myers, breaking up the pass intended for McKenna Miller. And now Miller takes it up, trying to get a rush going here for the Hawks. That is number 16, Palicani. It's stolen away by Carberry. And Aaron Hogan will take it. Sets around looking for McCann, and it goes off the head there of Jacobson. She was looking for McCann. McCann had a break on her defender there. And now it goes into the corner. Be taken by Dombrowski. Vulcan's keeping the ball in the Crimson Hawks zone as much as they did in the first half. Here's Crockett. Fires it over to Hogan. Hogan trying to work inside there, and a sliding stop there by the goaltender, Prince.
Good job by Prince. If she had let up on that at all, there was another Vulcan right there that could have scored.
Here is Neifert, who's played a very solid game defensively for the Vulcans. Forces Megan Coyne for the Crimson Hawks out of bounds, and now Crimson Hawks will try a rush here. But it'll be a nice play there by Kira Carberry. You're looking for a more veteran-laden Vulcan team. You see players like Carberry doing a nice job. It sets well for the Vulcans in the future. And it looks like it'll be a call on the Vulcans there. Couldn't tell who it's on there, but IUP will get a chance here to try a strike on net. Looks like Taylor Vladik will get a free kick here. Just under 40 minutes remaining here in the second half. Vulcans leading 2-0. Vladik tees it up and over the goaltender. So Vladik put a lot of mustard on that one, but this game stays, and IUP still does not have any points. Megan Jays. And, a lot of these players got to watch that nice French's mustard. It's great on any type of food there. It also could be used for how much power you can put under a kick or a hit. Back to action. The Crimson Hawks try to break it downfield, and the ball be found to Zerbe. And back over to Dombrowski in the right corner. Haven't seen a lot of chances from the corner from the Hawks. They get the pass inside, but we thwarted it out, and Carberry will kick it and get it downfield to Crockett.
IUP seems to be using more of the field overall. They keep passing it across the field. They don't keep it in a straight line down the line. They keep it all the way across. They use just about every person they can to be able to get them open and away from the Vulcan defense.
Here is Dombrowski handing it off to Zerbe. That is Jacobson. And now ball be driven in there. IUP trying to work something here. Now that is Zerbe there, number 8. Worked on there by Carberry. Falls down, tries to get in the corner to Dombrowski. Dombrowski tries to work inside on Myers. Fires it back to Nooner. Go off there, and the Vulcans will take over. Kate Noomer mentioned earlier, she's from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. From Cedar Crest High School, from the Lancaster Lebanon League. They play my father's school, Wilson, in football. Only sport that Wilson is in Lancaster Lebanon League. Chelsea Crockett takes it down, looking for Hogan, takes a spill there. But gets right back up, and the ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in by Taylor Skersey.
All part of the game.
Crockett right back up. Skersey gives it to her. Skersey goes off the head there of Megan Coyne for IUP. I haven't called a lot of Megan Coyne, but again, another freshman for this Crimson Hawk team.
And that really goes to show exactly what IUP has the potential to do later on, considering right now they're ranked 16th and how they've been doing so far in this game, and the fact that they were 4-0 in the games coming in before we ever started this match.
And the difference between most of the PSAC sports, all the teams, both the normal East schools and normal West schools, are all mashed together. Right now, IUP tied for Westchester in first place there. And Cal is just one game behind the Crimson Hawks, and they can tie them right here. They can hold on here with 36:09 remaining. Anderson hands it back to Carberry. Anderson looks to tee it up and move the ball downfield. Janelle Hughes loses the handle. Here comes McCann. McCann working around Hughes, gives it back to Crockett. But Crockett seemed she was trying to get the ball. This is still alive, and it'll go out of bounds. So a bit of a confusion there, trying to get something set up there, but IUP will start over. Prince will take it out. Looking down the standings, we see Gann and the team mentioned earlier beat Slippery Rock in the PSAC playoffs last season. Mercyhurst, the team starting off here, but I mean, we're in the first couple weeks this season, so this is early to see, but anything's possible.
And that call will be an offsides on California. That's one thing they are going to have to be aware of. They haven't done it in this game very much yet, but that is one that is that you are easily able to slip up on. You just forget where you are in the field, you forget where the defenders are, and you get offsides. The ref sees it, he'll call it.
Now IUP working back here. That is Baumgartner out the midfield now. Coyne sets it downfield, but will be easily corralled by Politsky. Now the Crimson Hawks working it back here, trying to get something going. Anything possible, but the Vulcans' defense has been thwarting out every opportunity they've tried to get going here. Politoski takes it downfield, and the ball will go out of bounds on Alyssa Dombrowski, so Haley Henderson will have a throw-in.
Well done by Henderson to try and put on that pressure. When someone's coming at you and you have the ball, if you don't have anywhere to go with it, you're going to start wondering, am I going to have to do a little footwork and try and get around them, or am I going to end up giving the ball up?
Now Henderson hands it off to Carberry. Nifty pass to Crockett that goes away, but Crockett tries to take it back from Dombrowski and back out. Actually finds it to Coyne. Long pass there, is outstretched. Victoria Crawford, and nicely defended there by Daniel Kearns. And Crawford leads the Crimson Hawks with 4 goals, one more than Brittany Coons. We saw Crawford probably get the best shot in this game in the first half when she got inside, but fired it just over the net of Megan Jates, drew her out of the net. Definitely a player that Vulcans will have to key on there. Now this is Zerbe worked on there by Myers, and a nice play there by Myers to get the ball out. We see Dombrowski fired in. Nice play there by Chelsea Crockett. Great defense on Coyne. She hands it back to McCann. McCann working upfield. As it finds Carberry. Slow and steady, the Vulcans move down the field here. Henderson with a long pass. Outstretched McCann. And Prince will get it. Corral it. 32-32 remaining here in the second half.
Very good teamwork by the Vulcans to try and get it downfield and out of their zone and into IUPs.
Now here's Hogan. No, excuse me. That is Melissa Antrilli to the corner there. See one of the ladies going to the corner there with darker hair. You just automatically think it's Erin Hogan.
Especially since we've been calling her name so much. Corner, Erin Hogan, they go together.
Hogan's corner. That works. So Prince will tee it up here for the Crimson Hawks. A lot of bright. You can see her covering her face there. Definitely dealing with the sunny conditions so far. They'll probably play this entire game under sun.
And that's definitely going to play a factor for both teams. The sun, especially as it starts to set, is going to be more difficult to deal with and be able to see where the ball is going, who's where, see who's even on what team depending on the angle of the sun. It can really start to bother you.
Brittany Coons takes it and tries to lose his handle of it, and will go out of bounds here. It'll be a throw-in for the Vulcans. And they'll get another shot here as Baumgartner. Nice play to keep the ball out of bounds here. And IUP again pressuring the Vulcans, forcing them to different angles of trying to get the ball in and see if IUP can try to steal it and start another rush back here. This time the Vulcans finally get it in. Here's Crockett. Henderson fires it back to Crockett. It just goes out of the reach there of Prince and to the left of the goal there. Crockett definitely getting the best look for the Vulcans so far today. That's why she has 2 goals.
Definitely showing off her status as senior as well. She is a leader in all forms of the word for the girls on this team.
Daniel Kearns will get the corner kick for the Vulcans. Works it inside, header, and a nice save there by Prince. Looks like that was Haley Henderson robbed of a goal there. Can't say that enough of the job that Prince has done keeping her team still in this game in a 2-goal deficit. Without her, the Vulcans might be up 6-0.
Especially with the pushes that they've been making at the end of the second half and even coming in at the beginning of this half.
Perfect ball there by Daniel Kearns. And now the Crimson Hawks try to work back here. This is Crawford. Hands it back to Zerbay. Working around number 24, Politowski. They fall down and get in the corner here, and IUP will get a throw in. So it'll be Dombrowski handing it to Zerbay. Zerbay tries to work inside there. Quickly snuffed out there.
Too many Vulcans all in one area for them to be able to get it to someone for IUP.
And Janella Hayes almost made a dangerous mistake there, leaving Chelsea Crockett one-on-one with Prince. Now we see Kaylee Tunistra gives it to Crockett, back to Tunistra, in getting near the left corner, working around the Vulcans and falling down, and now IUP crowds the ball and gets the ball to Zerbay. Worked around Henderson and Myers there, fires the ball way downfield. Politowski working it, but here is Crawford. Dangerous play there. And also got Coons right there, top 2 leading goal scorers for the Crimson Hawks, the exact 2 players you want down the field making a strike. Here is Coons, nicely defended there. I believe that was Taylor Skersey on defense.
Number 4 for IUP, Victoria Crawford, was slow to get up from that, and now she's looking better, but was still wobbly.
And on that
her
corner
feet
kick
for
there,
that.
Jays was way out of the net, but looks like we have another Crimson Hawk player down. Can't tell who that is. It looks like that was Newmer. Looks like she gets up under her own power.
Probably just had the wind knocked out of her.
Weird, strange events there. Corner kick inside Jays was found way out of the net, but good awareness there. It looked like Haley Henderson keeping the ball out from going in the net. So it looks like Newmer will stay in the game. Now it seems to... We'll start it back here. 27-24 remaining here in the second half. 2-0 Vulcans. Haley Henderson leaves a pass to Tunistra. Trying to work inside, but snipped out by IUP. A nice play to keep there by Carberry. And works back to Myers. Myers taking it up herself into midfield. Fires to the right of the goal mouth and to the hands of Prince. Here's Melissa Neifert breaking up the play at midfield. And, you know, we talked about Hogan a lot. We mentioned Melissa Neifert's name a lot, too. She's been outstanding defensively.
Oh, absolutely. She's only a junior, so she has another year with this team as well. And that is definitely going to help the team next year and going forward.
Another good play there by Danielle Kearns. Another player who's had another good game defensively. She's only a sophomore. From Deer Lakes High School. We actually called a Deer Lakes game last season for our CUTV High School Game of the Week against Charlotte Roy. Crockett works it around, and we've taken up there by Dombrowski for the Crimson Hawks. And now Newmer gets it out to midfield. Gets it in the Vulcan zone here. It's Henderson all around Crawford on the play. And now a possible rush here into the corner. Race for the corner. Here's Kearns and Zerbay. Looks like Kearns won the battle and gets it out. Nice play there, Daniel Kearns. Off pass in for the Crimson Hawks. And taken out by the Vulcans. Can't say enough how the Vulcans have played the interior well against the Crimson Hawks, not giving them any shots inside. Crockett hands it off to Antrilli. And gets the ball stolen away from her there in the corner, fighting the corner. And looks like they'll go out there. That was Baumgartner.
Offense for the Vulcans definitely doing a good job putting pressure on the defense as well. It's not just the Vulcans' defense putting pressure on IUP's offense.
Haley Henderson will be subbed out of the game for Shayna Presley. She is a freshman from Central Dauphin High School in Harrisburg. And now Skersey will work it back in for the Vulcans. Looks like that is Tunistra. And Shayna Presley, another defender, says definitely a time that Coach Francis sees just holding the lead, and right now no really urgency to obviously want to add to the lead, but just play a defensive game and just keep the shutout going.
Absolutely, and that's what they need to be doing here. Just make sure they hold on to that lead. Don't get cocky. If you want to add some points, sure, go for it. But as long as you hold on to the lead, that's all that matters. A win's a win.
Getting close to halfway here in the second half. This ball get taken into the corner, but a nice play there by the freshman Presley. Cole Myers gives it off to Tunistra. Around two IUP defenders, and they'll go out on Jacobson. But actually, no, they'll call out Tunistra. Good defense there by Jacobson. Gives it to Crawford. And, I mean, nice play there. Taylor Skersey worked the ball back in the IUP end. IUP trying to work around here. And Skersey fight for the ball with Baumgartner. And it looks like Skersey will win that battle.
But no one will be there.
No one is there, but it seems Vulcan's just playing keep away.
And at this point, that's just part of the defensive game. That's easy enough to do sometimes, and it's working in their favor at the moment.
Oh, opportunity here for Coons. Nice play by Jace, but the net is wide open, and it's fired wide there by Zerbay.
Perfect opportunity for IUP, just missed on the outside.
Again, you see that rush there. The ball went Coons with a nice rush there, but Jace had her well snuffed out, but let the net wide open for Zerbay, but she fired it over the net. Second time the Crimson Hawks have done this in this game in West, and Jace has her shutout alive. 22:36 remaining. Just past halfway. Here is Neifert. Ball off there. Looking for Antrilli. Ball comes back for the Crimson Hawks. Begin to make some more timed rushes. More cleaner rushes, more players getting past there. And Dombrowski loses and gets it right back from Crockett. Nice play there. And now there's number 6, Erica Boyle. First time we've seen her. Another freshman. The trend continues for the Crimson Hawks as Dombrowski leads it inside there for Crawford. Gets it off to Vladik. Vladik working on a couple defenders and taken down by Politoski, and she'll get called for it. So believe Vladik will have a shot here at a free kick. Vladic is actually from Hollidaysburg High School, and our CUTV High School game of the week will be Hollidaysburg Bell Vernon, and she just fires it wide of the net mouth. IUP starting to get some chances, getting closer, getting forcing penalties and getting free kicks. The time's running out though. They have 20 minutes, but definitely enough time to score some goals. Vulcan's and looking ahead for the Vulcans here, they go on a road trip here. They have Clarion on the 20th, 12 o'clock start. Then they go to my own old stomping grounds in Kutztown to see a ball there. Prince almost losing the ball there, but it'd be kept away there, taken by Presley. And we'd be a call there for the Crimson Hawks. But now we look at Clarion at Kutztown, a team that they beat in the regionals last season, and at Pitt Johnstown, a team that we called that game. Actually, you called that game with Allison Steinheiser last season. Do you believe the Vulcans put a touchdown on them?
I do believe so, yes. Coming up, it looks like, too, they have, I believe, 6 games in the PSAC conference. So those games will all count towards conference standing. And
that Atlantic Regional that the Vulcans hosted last season, right before the Super Regional where they lost to Slippery Rock, the Vulcans hosted Kutztown and Westchester. Westchester tied at the top, we mentioned earlier, with IUP. No surprise there. The Golden Rams have been one of the thorns in the side recently, except for last season. The Vulcans got that monkey off their back, beating them in the regular season. But they hosted the tournament with Kutztown and Westchester, and actually me and my good friend Steve Mannering came up to watch the first game, and Kutztown got the win there, so it's a good program and a tough game on the road. Kearns will hand it back to Skersey. Working forward there, trying to get it to Nistra.
You can see the difference in strategy for the Vulcans between the first and the second halves. The first half, they were running more along the lines and trying to keep control of the ball, but really being pushed close to the lines by the Crimson Hawks. In this half, they're really playing keep away. They're using all people on the field, all aspects of the field, every direction on the field, just hop the ball back and forth across the field and keep it away from the Crimson Hawks.
That's exactly what they do, and they have some room to play with, up to nothing. 18-20 left here in the second half. Janella Hughes gets it to Kristen Buchanan. First action she's seen today from Belfont up in the State College area. Novotny gets it to, that was Neifert to Novotny. And this is Presley working up, gets, working into the corner. And hands the ball back to Presley. We've seen Presley touching the ball a lot there and be out there and a force. Do not believe that'll be a corner. Nice play there by the Crimson Hawk defender. Cannot see her number. I believe it's Zerbag. Oh no, that was Jacobson. Tough to see the 8 and 9 there in the sun, but nonetheless a good play by Kelly Jacobson, a junior from Frederick, Maryland. Novotny works into the corner. Tries to work around, believe that was Boyle. And the ball will go out here off of the Crimson Hawks. And looks like we will be having a corner. No, excuse me, just throwing. Morgan's trying to work up here. IUP defender falls down. Opportunity here for Novotny. Snuffed out by Hughes. And, a couple of girls fall to the ground here. See what the call will be. Looks like IUP will get a chance to start over here with 16:33 remaining. Chelsea Crockett was in the middle of that. But Crimson Hawks sniffing out possible goal opportunity for the Vulcans to extend their lead.
A couple of Vulcans in on that foul. That's one of the things they will have to watch for. Even though they are playing a game of keep away now, you can still get in a bunch of foul trouble if you're not careful.
Here is Jacobson kicking it out, saving the ball from Crockett, and the Vulcans will get a throw in. And here is Crockett on Jacobson. Jacobson really controlling the field so these past couple minutes. And the Vulcans will take it. We'll get a corner here from Aaron Hogan. Raises her hand, tees it up, low pass, and it'll find Tunistra, and it'll just back to Hogan. Works inside. Trying to get inside there, but IUP on none of that. And looks like Zerbe was trying to save it there, but it goes out. Vulcans will get a throw in.
That's been happening a lot in this game for both teams. The ball outrunning the players in some circumstances.
Now we'll get another corner kick from Hogan. She went with the low kick the last time. Let's see what she does here. And a little higher. Good ball inside, and Crockett just missed the third goal. Fired it over the goal.
Just too high, and that would have been a very interesting goal to watch because she would have done it off of a header, not just off of a kick. Those are more difficult, at least to me, to successfully get in. You have all those girls down there in the same space trying to go for the exact same ball, and you're putting your head out to hit the ball with all these other people. A little more dangerous and interesting to watch.
Tunistra and Getz working around the IUP defender, and looks like Getz will get called here. I believe that was Jacobson again. So IUP will start at 14:10 remaining. Time running out for the Crimson Hawks as they are down 2-0. And she kicks it right to Novotny, and it's ball stolen away by Buchanan. Novotny makes some nice plays working around Coons there, and gives a good leg kick there by Kearns. It's a midfield, and there's Neifert breaking the ball downfield, preventing IUP from getting some going, and back to their goaltender, Prince.
Switching sides of the field now. Good strategy for IUP.
Now they work downfield. It's Boyle. It's it off Coons' leg, and Crawford is down there as well. Zerbe gives it back to Dombrowski. And nice play there by Devin Getz. Zerbe working around Getz. Back to Boyle. Fires a high pass right to Politowski. And Chelsea Crockett will take it. Trying to find Novotny, trying to get around Boyle. She does, and kicks it downfield to the goaltender, Prince.
Prince has a lot of time.
Gonna rush around them, and IUP will start up here. Here comes Aaron Hogan flying in. And the Crimson Hawks will thwart that. Boyle will hand it off to Zerbe. Excuse me, Jacobson. Keep getting those two mixed up. But, in fact, there is Zerbe trying to get around Getz there, but falls down in the process, and now the Vulcans start a rush the other way with Novotny. She's got Tunistra with her, but a nice play there by Janella Hughes preventing the rush.
And that is very easy to do, especially with the sun on the numbers. You can't see them as well.
Now, Vladic will take it up for the Crimson Hawks, finds Crawford with Kearns on her, trying to get around Kearns. Gets it inside off the leg of Aaron Hogan. And Hogan will fire it out of bounds for a Crimson Hawk throw-in. Looks like we'll have a couple substitutions in for the Hawks and Vulcans there. Looks like that will be number 22, Francesca Senna from Cannonsburg, local product. And she'll be subbing in for Devin Getz. And we will have a throw in here. 11:28 remaining here in the second half. Vulcans lead 2-0. Worked into the corner here, but well out by the Vulcans. As Jays will take it and set up the Vulcans. Just taking her time, no need to rush, up 2 goals, and kicks it to close to midfield and off the IUP defender there.
That is one thing that is going to be of benefit to the Vulcans. If they have time, they're going to be able to take it if they want.
Now, like that was Politowski working around. Here is the freshman Presley on Zerbay. As they work in near the corner, it goes out, and I believe that went out on Presley. So it'll be a throw in by Aliana James. She was one of the subs that checked in for the Crimson Hawks. We haven't seen a lot of her with that yellow card. James had a decent first half. Good, fires the ball off the head of the Vulcan defender.
Yellow cards are dangerous when you try to put them back in. You really want to put them in when you know that there is a strong chance and it is absolutely crucial. If it's not crucial at the moment, you don't want to risk them getting a red card because then you won't be able to play with them again, period.
Now we get on just under 10 minutes remaining here in this contest. Around finds Jacobson inside the Boyle at midfield. Fires it downfield way past everybody, and Megan Jays will take it.
Plenty of time for Jays again. No one's on pressure.
Well, now here comes Zerbay ran up there. I mean, the Crimson Hawks obviously need to get something going here. They're under 10 minutes, down 2 goals. And Jays will kick it to midfield off of the foot of Senna. Side there, here's Crockett. Crockett in front of James, but James makes a nice play there. Crockett nearly got a breakaway again, and we'll have a throw-in. Novotny works around Bartu, and falling down is Novotny.
And that will be a foul on the Crimson Hawks.
Saw James around there, but the official did not raise the red card, so it looked like it was on Bartu there. So Hogan will get a free kick here. See if she can curve. She got some serious curve on the ball. She's flying out in near the net.
She has a good angle on it.
And nice save by Prince.
Very good save.
Now IUP will work up here, getting around 8 minutes remaining in this game. Crawford trying to get around Neifert, but the ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Vulcans.
And that was very good positioning for the Vulcans. It was a great spot to go for another goal.
Now Hogan works around a couple Crimson Hawk defenders, has about 4 around her, but she hands it off accidentally to Zerbay. Now Presley and James working around here. James using that good speed, getting around Presley, but gets the ball out of bounds.
She can't twist the ball around quite enough to get it over to one of the other IUP players. And that is one thing that's extremely difficult when you're running downfield, especially if you're sprinting. You almost have no control over turning and sprinting at the same time while trying to keep a defender off you.
Jace, it's a low ball right to the IUP defender Vladik, and she kicks it right back to Jace.
Jays again has time.
And Zerbay will run up. Just teases her, pulls the ball away. You know, the kind of scene reminded me there, the Dikembe Mutombo commercial. Not today.
Being very smart with the way she's doing it, though.
Very veteran-laden player. She got a lot of experience from last season. Mentioned earlier, you know, get a player like that started early, and you know she's playing like a fourth-year senior. Here's Kearns.
Gotcha.
You know, Kern's staying back, playing defense most of the time. I haven't mentioned a lot of her on offense, but she's had an excellent game defensively. Here's McCann, kicks it, hits the net, but on the wrong side of the net.
That was a good run around. She was right on the line, but managed to keep it inside so that it did not get turned over to the Crimson Hawks.
And now ball is found to Neifert, gets it over to Hogan. Working around Baumgartner there near the corner, wasting time. Gets it inside. And looking for Novotny. Coming back is Zerbe around Presley. And gets around. Nice play there by Jacobson. And now see a lot of speed there. Here's Politowski and Zerbe. Politowski will just play defense and kick the ball back to Jays. Groff will get a rush and she'll kick it out of bounds and throw in by Zerbe. Like she was looking for Vladik. Vladik still has the ball inside Crawford. Nice save by Jays.
Very nice save. Again, an IUP was right there. If she had missed it or dropped it, anything.
And honestly, Jen, that might have been their last chance right there.
It very well could have been.
Time is ticking.
5 minutes left in the game. Time is definitely ticking down, and that doesn't leave a lot of room.
And now, Eliana James hits it to Neifert. A couple head hits around midfield. And the ball will go out, and Eliana James will have a throw-in. Looks like we'll have a substitution for the Crimson Hawks. They're taking Boyle off the field for number 5, Lindsay Jarrellman from Galloway, New Jersey.
The Crimson Hawks were trying to do a hurry-up play and see if they can just keep up the energy and find the Vulcans off guard at any point. Stopped by the substitution.
Now, Vulcans working around midfield here. 4:14 remaining in the game. 2-0 Vulcans. And now Hogan works around there. Nice play. Excuse me, that was Skersey. Pressured by Coons. Gets it to Zerbe. Working around Presley. 2 defenders now on her. Senna and Presley, 2 freshmen. And Senna pushes over Zerbe.
Zerbe went down holding her ankle, and now she's walking lightly also on her knee. She's gone down a couple of times.
That's funny.
And now McCann get it back to Crockett, over to Senna, trying to get a couple consecutive touches there. So works the ball inside. 3:28 remaining.
Some of it's not. Some of it's really abusive.
Here is Bartu. Around gets it to James. And it goes out of bounds, and James will just throw it in. Fires a simple pass to Zerbe. Stolen away there by Senna.
Hey, the ball's white. Just letting you know.
And there's Novotny. Sliding kick gets to McCann and snuffed out by Jacobson. Proud to say Jacobson's had the best defensive game so far for the Crimson Hawks.
Easily.
Here's Novotny with a kick just wide of the goal mouth. So 2:43 remaining here.
Not a lot of time for the Crimson Hawks to come back.
And despite a miracle, it looks like the Vulcans will come away with a very nice home win against a nationally ranked opponent.
And end IUP's undefeated streak.
Here is McCann keeping the ball inbounds and just hand it off back to Senna. Senna gets it inside, but it'll just be teed up there by Hughes, and she'll kick it way out of bounds.
In those kinds of plays, when there's so much going on down at the goal, you almost just have to do that. Just get it out from the center, kick it out, even if it means that the other team gets the ball. You just have to get it out away from the goal.
Here is Prince, under 2 minutes remaining here in the contest. Keeps the ball off there to Jarrellman. Jarrellman, the only player wearing long sleeves out there right now. Both teams. The Vulcans work Back here, here's Neifert. Gives it back to McCann, to Novotny. Vulcan's just trying to kill this last minute here. Here comes McCann. McCann looks like she's going to get an opportunity here to strike. Gives inside to Crockett. Looks like she slipped there trying to get a handle of the ball. It gets back to Novotny. Novotny tees it up, and looks like it was redirected by James.
And unfortunately, that is one of those things where the Vulcans needed someone in the corner of the goal. If they had had someone in the corner, that would have been an easy one-step touch and goal again.
Now, the Vulcans will have a corner here from Aaron Hogan. Under a minute to go. Time is just ticking here. Hogan, low kick. Nothing doing any fancy with it. IUP try to bring it up. One last effort in trying to break the shutout here. Kearns will kick it back. Back to Hogan. Hogan will have a chance here. And she kicks it away. Nice stop there by Prince.
She did have a good angle on it, but Prince was right there to stop the ball. Very good job for her.
And Hogan is going to rush the corner kick here. Is about to have 13 seconds remaining.
10,
Tease it up.
9,
Maybe get one last goal in.
7,
And it just goes out. Big scrum there. Prince gets away. And the clock will tick out.
2,
And the California Vulcans will score a big home win over their arch rivals, the IUP Crimson Hawks, previously unbeaten Crimson Hawks. And Megan Jays will have her first winning shutout of the season. Jen, final thoughts.
The Vulcans and Crimson Hawks both played extremely well. I think the Vulcans just came in to this game with a little more energy and kept it up, quite frankly, more. But the IUP Crimson Hawks are not going to be anything to mess with, especially in the coming years. All those freshmen keeping it that close. It's going to be an extremely interesting next couple of years.
And a great job by Chelsea Crockett. She scored both goals for the Vulcans as they scored 2-0 win, ending IUP's undefeated start. And we thank you for watching this broadcast here in CUTV Sports. My name is Matt Hagee. Alongside of me is Jennifer Germano. Thank you to our great crew we had out here today. And we see one last time the Vulcans up winning 2-0 over their rivals from IUP. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on CUTV Sports.